one thing we know, there'll be a lot of powerful ground strokes being hit.
He's a very strong looking character for a boy of 17.
First set, Mr. Rafael Nadal to serve.
And he is going to open up events. A left-hander from Spain, from Palma de Mallorca, to the man from Thailand.
Love 15.
Well, you know he's going to throw himself around. It's good to see somebody do that. I've seen that for many years. Dives on the grass.
Almost a Becker, wasn't it? Almost a cash.
Oh, Boris got the ball over somehow. Don't know how.
Yes.
Whenever I did that, I hit the ground. It took me ages to get up.
That's another good shot. Very clever shot by Srichaphan.
Love 30.
Well, Nadal, we can see he likes to come in. He's not scared of it, coming in and hitting a volley. Let's see if he's learnt straight away that the passing shot, Srichaphan likes to go across court with his forehand.
Three times he's been forward, 3 times he's failed. I hope it doesn't deter him.
Low 40.
Well, that was an easy one. I don't think he'll miss that again. He did start off his last match against Lee Charles in similar fashion, just charging, belting a couple of wild balls before he calmed down a bit. It's his first time on a really big stage today. It's surprising, he's a little pumped up.
Still going forward.
15-40.
Two break points.
Srichaphan.
And Srichaphan is not a man to waste an opportunity.
First
like
game.
that.
Boy, what a forehand that was. I mean, it had the whole court, but he didn't ease up at all. And he wants to try and get a jump on the youngster. And try and get on top of him, dominate him early, and see if he can make a big comeback. It'll be tough for a guy's first ever Grand Slam tournament, first time on the big stage.
Mr. Paradorn Srichapan to serve.
Nadal with a very confident start, but not the most successful. So Srichaphan to serve with a break. It's a pretty fast first serve, isn't it? 130.
15 low. 30 love.
I like that serve. He's giving him any room to swing. Wide, he'll let the swing get more power.
40 love.
129. This guy means business early on.
Game is Srichaphan.
And a love game on serve by Srichaphan. And a
Srichaphan
very,
leads
very
2 games to love.
quick and very good start. Two games, 4 minutes. Very careful selection of the balls. Love 2.
$15 love.
Not rise very much.
30 love.
He had this one too. Srichaphan was right there. Just pulled his head away. Fraction too early. That's down as a clean miss.
He was right on top of it.
He was.
Wasn't he? Yeah.
He just clean missed it.
Yeah.
It's pretty rare.
A bit like my golf, that one.
I was going to say the same thing. About your golf.
First service. $40 love.
Well, a couple of serves to the Srichaphan backhand, and I wonder if he's tucked that away in his brain, both into the net from Srichaphan. Bit late on that.
40-15.
Some furious shots coming out from Srichaphan. Attempting to really overpower the youngster Nadal, who probably hasn't seen a serve of this speed in his whole life.
But I don't know what it should have done.
Srichaphan leads by 2 games to 1. First set.
Yeah, he must be shocked by the speed of the serves coming at him. I don't think he will have seen that speed on the clay courts in Europe earlier.
No, I agree. I think it might take him a while to get adjusted. He's certainly one of the most talented players out there. A bit disappointing for Srichaphan that last game. I mean, his experienced player, what he wanted to do is obviously broke. Now the youngster is nervous. 2 dump backhands, an easy forehand in the last point, and a clean miss. It's not exactly what you call a good game. And for an experienced player like he is, he should know that he needs to keep the pressure on the youngster, make him play everything possible. But he's got the break, so that'll make him feel a lot better. Not pressuring that last service game of his opponent.
Boy, he's had a rocky road into this third round, hasn't he? At Batty, he got through in 5 sets, winning the first 2, losing the next 2, and then coming out 6-3. The other one, he lost the first 2 sets against Mouti of France. Lost the first 2 sets and won the next 3. So a really tough 10 sets of tennis he's had. So he's very fit. Maybe it played him into form. Serving with a break, 2-1. played.
Well, it makes you feel good when he's
15 love.
hitting shots like this early on. That's his first true test of a volley. And look, what a shot.
30 love.
That toss just a little bit further back, and it resulted in 119 miles per hour serve. Quite fast enough. 126. These are big, big serves most of the time. Lashing that cross court.
40 love.
Hard to believe that he can keep this up. Look how fast this racket goes. Just absolute speed from once it gets back all the way through to the follow through.
Game. Srichaphan.
Seemed to hit a bit too early on that one.
Srichaphan leads by 3 games to 1.
Another love game.
Let's see if Srichaphan can now put some pressure on the Nadal serve. Doesn't want him to settle down with a couple of easy service games. Make Nadal feel a lot better.
Well played. He dug that up well and had to move very fast.
15 love.
Dicey one to play.
15 all.
Very early off the bounce, really. Coming with slice, difficult to time. Guess he's learning all the time, Pat, really, to play on this surface, isn't he?
Oh yeah, I mean, he did well at the juniors last year. Got the semi-final.
Yeah.
He stepped up a league here.
That's good play.
$30-15.
Well, not a very good job shot. Srichaphan gets here very easily, but doesn't do much for that. Tries to dink it down. He's come forward a couple of times. Srichaphan and doesn't do much with the easy ball.
This is huge hitting by Srichaphan. It really is on both wings.
30 all.
He's trying to get into decisive position early as possible. So whenever has any chance, as you watch this one go a little bit closer to the line than he expected. But whenever he gets half a chance to hit the ball flat out, he will do it. He's trying to beat his opponent with pace. Doesn't want the youngster to get in rhythm. Clever play.
$30-40.
And that's what happens when you smash a few balls down the opponent's throat. He starts thinking, oh, I've got to push a little bit closer to the line.
So that gives away break point. Unfortunate time to do it.
Deuce.
The poor backhand return.
Paradorn Srichapan.
With the last thing that Nadal was expecting. He expected another one of those big, powerful forehands. All about the skies.
Second break point.
Srichaphan leads by 4 games to 1.
Well,
First set.
when I say too bad, I mean Srichaphan is really unloading on these forehands.
He's done what he wanted to do, was to get on top of Nadal early, youngster, inexperienced, and continue to put pressure on him. Got the early break, almost let him back into getting a bit of rhythm in the second game, but again putting pressure on him. His dad looks on. I'm sure a very proud father. His resurgence in Asian tennis has been phenomenal. We had some good Japanese players. It was big for probably the I'd say mid-80s, and dropped off dramatically, particularly in Japan. A few decent women players, but now China's just held the Masters finals, the ATP finals in Shanghai, and it's booming.
So this is how Nadal got through here.
Time.
Ancic in 4 sets. And then Lee Charles, Great Britain, very easily in 3 straight sets. So Nadal actually has done very well to get to the 3rd round here. Bearing in mind he's only a couple of weeks over his birthday, 17 years old. But great things are promised for him, and he's on a learning curve here. 4-1.
15 love.
Well played, not a bad idea. Hit hard.
15
as you
all.
could make straight at the other guy. Don't give him too much time to react. Well, he missed a forehand. That's encouraging.
See if he's human.
I don't think I've seen harder forehands hit at this year's Wimbledon than this man from Thailand has been hitting so far.
15-40.
Chance to claw back one of the breaks, at least a couple of break points.
Game, Nadal.
Would you believe it?
A poor game that one, wasn't it?
Srichaphan leads by 4 games to 2.
You probably see the reason why he's struggled to get through those couple of matches. He's definitely hot and cold, and you can tell a player when they're just struggling, fighting their way through matches. They have a good run for a few games and a bad run, a couple of good shots, and they can't seem to put it all together.
Nadal winning the battle of the big forehands.
15 love.
It's a forehand he would have hit a million times on the clay court this summer. Quite possibly a million times, actually.
Yeah.
Some of those matches do go on.
Yes.
And on and on.
Let's for 6.
Well, he likes the off forehand.
30-15.
He's just hitting that ball just too far away from his body at the moment.
Yeah.
He's just overstretching. He's almost jumping around too much, not getting perfect position.
Not sure he likes it up too high either. Missed one or two of those. Nope.
40-15.
Couple of game points here to go just one game behind, just a single break. That's a very good shot.
Nadal's
Good
place.
forehand there. And another good game from Nadal.
Srichaphan leads by 4-3. First set.
Well, that one he got correct. And it's a good effort. Srichaphan certainly looked like the world champion for the first few games, and the last couple have been pretty poor. Plenty of unforced errors. And has certainly taken, I believe, a bit of the pressure on Nadal, who settled down. Srichaphan needs to tighten up his game pretty quickly.
I'm just wondering, Pat, if Nadal had got any spies watching Srichaphan in his previous match. Out on court 2 there, we had a long match with the Frenchman, Mouti. Just wonder if his dad was out there watching the potential prospect for his son in the next round.
Well, it's always good idea to do that. And it should have somebody out there
Time.
having a little look if it's not himself. As you see Srichaphan's, well, there he is. That's his dad, I was going to say. Let's go back to somebody's head there. And his coach as well.
If he was out there watching, there was nothing you can do. You couldn't legislate for the sort of play that Paradorn showed us in the first couple of games. I mean, it was just unreal. Too good. So new ball, 7 games having been played.
Back off the forehand a
15
little
love.
bit, allowing Nadal to get to the ball. At least he made it.
Love.
such a good idea by Srichaphan. The ball coming very fast at him.
Tough shot to do, isn't it?
15.
Yeah.
I think it was the right tactic. If you could pick any shot to do, that would have been the right one. But yeah, as you said, off a ball that fast, very hard to get control.
Seen an awful lot of drop shots from the baseline this Wimbledon already. These guys still think they're on clay, I think.
40-15. Game.
2 acts.
Srichaphan.
Very good serve.
Srichaphan leads by 5-3.
So good service game this time from Srichaphan. And now it's a must-hold game for Nadal if he wants to stay in this first set. 3-5. Well, he's hitting with almost careless abandon at times, really lashing this ball, particularly on the forehand. Too good, much too good.
15-0.
When you can hit shots like this, why does he want to overpower the youngster? That's my question.
Yeah, good question too.
Vary it. Not give the youngster any free points or similar pace.
Tough, very close, but out. Danger here, 15-30. Yeah, it's good serve.
30-0.
Key points here for Nadal.
He
gets a few dividends serving to the tie backhands.
You can say there's a bit of hit the line, did jump up a bit awkwardly, but yeah, way too many easy turns on the back end. Missed Srichaphan.
Good shot.
Yeah, Srichaphan leads by 5-4. First set.
So after a very rocky start indeed for young Nadal, he really is pulling himself together. And I mean, he's a very calm guy, isn't he? Very strong, very calm. Doesn't show any emotion, Nadal.
Well, he's gets pumped up, which is the thing. He doesn't seem to get too upset, but he's got a bit of real killer in him.
Yeah,
his uncle, coach, and you know, he's got a lot of fire in him. He hits the ball hard. He's aggressive. And you know, obviously he's inexperienced, but at the moment he's not needing to do an awful lot more than get a few balls in back in the court and see what Srichaphan's to do. He's either hitting a winner or making a mistake. So really, this set
Time.
is really in Srichaphan's hands.
Love 15.
Now then, first point won against serve.
Here's a bit of luck. Just what you need when serving for a set. It's well picked up, and that was just taken too easily, wasn't it? Just pushed it back. Flicked it through his legs.
Good effort. Good effort to go for it. Not to say too bad, too good.
Well, that's... Well, he's not easy back, is he?
30-15.
He's rolling the ball in. Live by the sword, die by the sword.
Great shot, right under the baseline. 30-15.
Let's first service.
Very wild, very long indeed.
30 over.
Well, that's the dying by the sword bit. What are we going to see next? A winner or a mistake?
Incredible, aren't they? They're either absolutely brilliant, these forehands, or very, very bad.
40-30.
And that wasn't very good either, and that is set point. Badly mistimed.
Just too short. Plenty of space, plenty of time.
So Nadal lives on. Deuce.
Let's first service. Srichaphan.
Some of these forehands really are absolutely brutal. It's this off forehand.
Yeah, it's a racket come through it. It's more the rotation, the inside out spin, not so much the from the back to forward towards the net. The way he goes around. Set point. He just didn't move quickly enough after hitting that dry forehand. I don't think he was too sure where it was going. And it meant that the volley was just a little bit difficult. He had a lunge volley, which he couldn't put away. It's amazing how you're just a little bit tentative. Make a big difference.
Paradorn Srichapan.
So set point for the third time of asking. And he's having to fight for it. very rapid action, very rapid serve.
Deuce.
Well, he's done a couple of double faults. Srichaphan just one, but and Nadal rather just one, but he serves a good deal slower than Srichaphan. This first serve, particularly very fast action.
Advantage.
Can't afford that sort of thing. He was there. Third set point. Slowing that first serve right down that time.
Set. Srichaphan.
2 back for Nadal, that is.
6-4.
And the man from Thailand takes the set, 6-4. But not without a fight.
Srichaphan leads by 1 set to love.
Well, after an absolutely glittering start, it became a bit more messy for Srichaphan, and that must be encouraging for young Nadal.
I think he probably thought he was in the wrong tournament in the first few games.
Yeah.
But Srichaphan came down to earth pretty quickly. You see the first serve percentage there, 53 from Srichaphan. Came with a couple of good ones at the right time. He's won 69% of those. As you see the other side, Nadal 69%, getting a higher percentage, but the serve is not as powerful, so it's not doing quite as much damage. Total winners right down the bottom, Srichaphan, and the unforced errors. That's where it's all about. Poor Rafael Nadal here doesn't really know what's coming next. Is it going to be a winner? Is it going to be a mistake? It's tough to play against somebody like that, but I think now that Nadal is in this set, Srichaphan is better start tightening up a bit.
Yeah, I wonder if he can. His record in the other 2 matches didn't imply that he played a nice steady match all the way through, did it? 2 sets he wins, 2 sets he loses, then he scrapes through the final set. He loses 2 sets, then he wins the next 2 sets. So there's got to be encouragement there for Nadal.
Time.
And there's no sun beating down the moment on these spectators here on court 1. But it is just about ideal conditions, I guess, for tennis. Warm without being very hot. And nice clear weather without being bright sun in your eyes. And, of course, virtually no wind in here, I would estimate. So, second set, after a first set of just under 40 minutes. Waiting for people to settle down, I think. Yes? Or is it? We're ready. Second set. That's the shot. Plumb on the line, better than he meant.
15 love.
Not the best drop shot you've ever seen. It's tough to control. Boy, Srichaphan is very, very quick to almost get there.
He didn't really get under that. A bit surprising. Didn't quite get to the ball. Not quite. But as Pat says, he certainly is very, very quick around the court. Going for a rather flashy backhand cross court.
I think he's just standing too far back.
Yeah.
He keeps constantly hitting the net there. He's a long way back, giving himself a little bit extra time to take the big swings, the big backswing.
Yep, too good. Very good first game.
First game, second set.
And that is exactly what did not happen in the first set, when Nadal served first and immediately went 3 break points down, lost the game, and was fighting from behind all the way from then on. So absolutely crucial for Rafael Nadal that he made a good start in this set, which he has done.
Oh, yeah.
Aha, well, there
My
he
son
is.
was here. He'd run up and get this guy's autograph. There's Ali G. That's the real guy. I'm sure it is. I don't think that's a fake moustache. Do you? You think it is?
I think he stuffed his face in the coal bin there. Yeah, didn't fail.
15 love.
So much better if he just puts a little bit of spin and takes a little bit of speed off.
That's first service.
Nice effortless return of serve here, straight down the line, well guided. And you see one of a typical Srichaphan serve. Believe it or not, his first serve of the match was 130 miles per hour. He made an absolutely blistering start. Nadal was just blown off court for 2 or 3 games, but fought his way back, and it was a close set in the end. And it's pretty close here so far. But Srichaphan is really showing his class.
Well, at times, doesn't he? I mean, he comes up with some most amazing winners, and then there's some shocking unforced errors, and then almost sometimes feels like he's panicking as well.
It's that forehand that has been doing so much damage. And it's either been producing fantastic off forehands like you've just seen then, or else there have been some pretty catastrophic errors as well, as Pat has just pointed out. But Nadal is very much, Pat, on a learning curve here, isn't he? I mean, he is not used to this sort of speed from an opponent, which he wouldn't get on clay. And this is Rafael Nadal, just 17 years old in a couple of weeks, and an unbelievable talent. Man.
That's one of the forehands that we've seen. Some have been great, some have been terrible. Just seems to sometimes go for too much. And look at those unforced errors and winners. 17 unforced errors from Srichaphan, but 10 winners. So he's going for it, that's for sure.
30 love.
Well, I've seen, I think in a matter of 3 points, we've seen exactly what this match is all about. Srichaphan hitting a clean winner to win the game on the forehand, then missing a forehand that was makeable, and then just floating an easy return out. So I'd have to chalk that up as an unforced error, that one. So the match has really been controlled by Srichaphan. Nadal is trying to play his own game.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of dividends out of hitting to the Srichaphan backhand, particularly serving to the backhand. He's getting quite a few errors out of Srichaphan. But he really is learning not only about how to play Srichaphan, who he's never met before on court, of course, who has met Nadal. Hardly anybody. And he is not deterred from going forward by a little bit of disappointment in the early days. And there's the coach.
Is that Tony?
Uncle Tony.
Uncle Tone.
Beautiful backhand, beautiful shot from Srichaphan. Yes, Uncle Tony has been coaching young Rafael since the age of 4. That is a beautiful shot, and he's brought it off 2 or 3 times, so it's no fluke.
Game Nadal.
What's that, Nadal?
Nadal leads by 2-1. Second set.
Uncle Tony, very family business there, and very family business as well for Srichaphan. As we go along the line here, you find the men from Thailand and the ladies from Thailand, and eventually we arrive at Daddy Srichaphan, who is of course the coach and the unofficial photographer for his son, and a really sunny man he is, like his son, with a lovely nature.
And we've seen a lot of credit's got to go to this man here for the resurgence in tennis in Asia. Asian tennis is starting to boom. The Australian Open is giving a wild card, and in actual fact they're calling it the Grand Slam of Australia and Asia. I don't think it'll be too long before it'll be called the Australasian Open, and certainly promoting a lot of tennis through Australia and of course China. China's the next big country, folks.
Yeah,
I'm convinced about that. Maybe not next few years, but certainly after Beijing Olympics, they will continue to run their programs, which are picking up and sucking up all the information from my academy in Australia. We've had some great visits there and from all around the world.
so Nadal ahead. 2-1, no breaks.
Love 15.
Watch the follow-throughs here. Look where this ball is. Right up behind his head. Trying to scoop it up, hook it around the outside. He needs to get those over the net. Nadal play another volley, or a volley. Nadal does like coming to the net, which we like to see. Young Spanish player coming to the net.
Oh dear.
15 all.
Call that a 6, I think. Support all round, and I think a lot of support for the young man from Spain, from Palma de Mallorca.
Lads.
In fact, not from Palma, from the next biggest town, which is Manacor in Palma.
30-15.
For once he missed that shot where he has brought off some really beautiful backhands cross court when Rafael Nadal has been at the net, and it's very refreshing to see young Nadal playing like a grass court player. He is not here just to play clay court tennis, which is where he has been brought up. That's too good.
Somehow Srichaphan has just been keeping his nose in front, and when he gets to 30 all and juice, he's done a few mistakes. Seems to be able to pull one off at the right time. Good player under pressure. It's just a lazy volley.
It's a fantastic get by Nadal.
Not too sure about the call. Out, but that was a bit lazy. Didn't really get into the right position then. Just stuck his racket out. Hope for the best. Ooh, that was a chance.
Certainly was. We haven't had one single lob in this match so far. Should Srichaphan get to the final here, it's tough on him because he always wears a red shirt in the final, you know, and the other players know that when Srichaphan has a red shirt on, stand by, because he's very superstitious about that. Of course, he's not allowed here at Wimbledon. It's an all-white rule.
Oh, red colour is good luck in China, but is it the same in Thailand?
It is in Thailand.
Oh, there you go. We're very worldly, us commentators.
Oh, yeah,
very. You know, we're incredibly smart.
Actually, he's also got a thing called a red passport. He and his father.
Okay. Oh,
that is not too good. He and his father have got this red passport given to them because Paradorn was actually elected Athlete of the Year in Thailand, and his country was so impressed with Chanachai there and Paradorn that they gave them red passports, which means they do not require a visa wherever they go in the world.
Whoa.
That's something else. You could do with that, Pat.
Oh no, I'm banned from so many countries now. I could do with that.
15.
He goes to a Buddhist temple about 5 minutes away from here and meditates. Paradorn does before his matches. That's beautiful play. Really good approach shot.
Well, set up by poor return, really. I don't understand why Srichaphan is having trouble with the left-handed serve. It's not a powerful serve. 102 you see in the background. Nadal really making sure that he put that one away. There's that clay court forehand inside out. Pause from Srichaphan. It was difficult because it was very low. That's what got up a little bit, but that's what Srichaphan is trying to do, just push the ball low and deep. bit too short. So he's struggling with the first serve, Srichaphan. He needs to get a bit of oomph into it. Oh,
Yeah, Nadal.
Good thinking. So there we are, 3-2.
Nadal leads by
Nadal.
3 games to 2. Second set. First set, Srichaphan.
Time.
Well, thanks, Sue. That was a bit of a tongue twister. I'd like you to pronounce the name of the British mate we saw at the top of the program, if you don't mind, next time you're on air. So, where Paradorn Srichapan goes to visit. Was it Mark who got interviewed?
Oh, he sneaked that over. Well played. Not an easy shot.
Love 15.
No, I didn't see the name of that place. If you're asking me to repeat it, I can't. Didn't see it.
Let you off. Each one of his 3 names had about 35 letters in it.
It is the biggest Buddhist temple in London, where Srichaphan goes to meditate, and is very close to here.
All he asked was a bit of luck, and he got it there. Ball went up, down.
Good news.
Well, that was a big pickup, that one. They covered some ground. That was
15.
a poor approach shot. After all the great forehands we've seen. Just straight back to Nadal, hoping that he'd be running to the open court. Nothing to put him under pressure. Nadal, of course, had to come up with a good passing shot. First real trouble.
Interesting scoreline now. 2-3, 15-30. Chasing it down, I think he would have got to it.
15-14.
And these are 2 key points here, break points for Nadal to take a 4-2 lead.
Risky tennis under pressure. You said Nadal was easily there.
Terrific serve under pressure. 125 miles per hour. And deadly accurate. That's his 6th ace. Much the bigger server of the 2 when he wants to be. Still break point. Crunches the racket and he breaks.
Yeah, Nadal. New balls, please. Nadal leads by
back in
4
passing
games
shot
to
3, in actual fact, in that match, game. One down the line to start it off. Beautiful running one after running about 3.2 kilometres, just approximately. And then, of course, that one setting up a relatively easy forehand.
Now to build on the break of serve. That is the thing. This a key game, therefore. Nadal at 4-2, second set. Well, he put it to the right place down there, and he's very professional. And he's become very professional player at a very young age.
There's a much better drop volley then, drop shot. But I mean, it's just risky play. Drop shot. It's a bit of a change up. Nadal very, very quick. And being his first big time match, he's pumped up. He's going to get to everything.
Now that signifies something. You tell me what.
30 love.
Quitting on the possibility.
I think he, to be honest, I just think he changed his mind too late. He's going to drill that, and then the last second decided, oh, he saw Nadal heading that way. It was the right shot to do. He just made the choice a bit too late. Some silly shots coming up, coming through.
$30-50.
Slightly low toss area. I think he got slightly under the ball. And it was only 95 mph. Kicking high, but not very potent. Maybe he's got slightly overexcited here. Good lead because it was twirling in the air. A little bit of side spin on it, just swinging it.
34.
And a break back point, which is exactly what this man needs. Srichaphan, and he wins the point and the game and the break back.
Nadal leads by 4-3.
What?
Second set.
You can just feel the intensity level pick up, haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, these guys are this mean business now. Nadal getting seriously pumped the first time being ahead in a set. And Srichaphan realizing that he needs to pick it up a little bit. Boy, was he happy to get that. Oh, thumping, it's just blistering speed.
Well, that's what he was doing right at the beginning, wasn't it? Hitting these ground strokes with incredible force and accuracy, and Nadal just couldn't come to terms with it at the start. But I think he has done now, and it really is a contest, this, and it's a little bit immature, I think, of Nadal, what he did in that last game. He was ahead. He could have built on that break of serve, but he didn't. He's just relaxed very slightly, I think, very slightly, and it was enough. A jolly good hat.
Lovely pair of hats there. Very colourful.
Time. And they're probably saying that they do hit the ball awfully hard these days, don't they?
That's for service.
That's his third double fault. Only 2 by Nadal in the match so far. Nadal with not one ace to his name. Srichaphan with 6. Srichaphan not coping with the ball just inside his own baseline and hitting too long, as so often happens.
Well, after all the hard work from the last game, the last thing he wants to do is let it go. He's messing around his grip or something then.
That's for service.
Pulling some tape off his finger, I think. So it was just getting. Sometimes the tape that starts off gets rolled up, gets annoying.
It's a good hook there from Srichaphan.
Yeah. He's going to have to retape his finger. He's obviously got a cut or a blister or something. And he has to put some more tape on that hand. Yeah, we see him that just after a while it gets all rolled up, and the last thing you want is a cut that's painful when it's painful enough as it is out there. Chasing some of those balls down. He's putting the tape back in his pocket. And maybe it's the extra bit. Yeah, it's good. Keeping it clean.
Well, he produced a good serve, taping or not, 120 miles per
48.
128 pH. His fastest serve has been 129, actually. He delivered 130, but it was just too long.
That's for service.
Fastest for Nadal has been 113. Surprises me. Thought he'd done a bit faster than that. No, going a little bit hectic.
Srichaphan.
And Srichaphan levels at 4-all.
4 games all.
It's almost like Srichaphan just needed a bit of time there to slow down, tape his finger up, give himself a bit of a break, come back winning the next 3 points. Just to put another
15 long.
I know it's a serve, but I would call that an unforced error.
So would I. He didn't move his feet.
It was just right down his backhand. I mean, that's about as easy as got, and he must have missed, I don't know, about 10 of those, isn't he, at least?
Oh, that's a great hitting on both rings by Srichaphan.
Well, that's more like the stuff that we
15
saw in the beginning of the match. Hit a couple of balls and then wait for the one that's to be hit, instead of going flat out all the time.
Correction, Marcus.
Yep, on the line.
30-15.
Come on, it's past you, Srichaphan, before the Mexican referee, umpire here, Jaime Chavez.
She called it before you called. I know, but
I think that's history. Sorry, that was a clean ace. Too good. Beautiful shot, effortless, good rhythm. Still a game point for Rafael Nadal to go 5-4 up.
Yes.
That time giving himself plenty of room. Serve just tends to be sitting there. Not the most powerful serve. In fact, I think probably his only weakness.
That's a big miss because it's given away. Break point at 4-all.
Srichaphan.
And there is the break at a crucial time. Momentum Thailand goes 5-4 up and will serve for
Srichaphan leads by
2-70.
5-4. Second set by 1 set to love.
Well, we've seen some big hitting from both players on the ground strokes, but and the difference in the serving is quite a big difference in the speed of the serving. Here we've got Srichaphan in yellow, Nadal in red. And we're going to see how long it takes the Srichaphan serve to get to Nadal. It's only 0.6. There we go, 8. 0.6 or so to get Srichaphan serve to Nadal, but 0.8 for Nadal serve to get to Srichaphan. So that's 0.02 of a second difference. And that is, it doesn't sound like much, but it is enough, really, to make a big difference. Now should, and it's actually make no reason why. There's no reason why Srichaphan is missing so many relatively easy first serves.
Time.
But he's up and he's serving for 2 sets to love lead. So I'm not sure he's too worried about that at the moment. It's Nadal who's got to worry.
Srichaphan has absolutely tightened his game in the last 2 games. First of all to break, then to hold. Yep, and that's too good.
15 love. Love. 30-15.
They're 2 different serves, really, the first and second serve. And obviously they are in pace, but also in action. He does a very quick action first serve. The faster the serve, the quicker the action. That not so fast, 117, a much slower action.
Let's second serve.
The time to be faulting on your serve, faltering as well. Target, doesn't he? He loves it. And Nadal hasn't learned
40-15
early in this match. Srichaphan loves going cross court with that forehand. It's given him a couple of set points, 2 sets to love.
Let's for service.
That's too good.
Yeah, and then second set, Srichaphan.
Immaculate play
6-4
by Paradorn Srichapan towards the end of that set. And the father with a big smile on his face.
Srichaphan leads by 2
lots
sets
of
to
pictures as his son plays a really beautiful ending to that second set.
And it was, wasn't it? I mean, he looked there, he was certainly in trouble, and in that one game, after he broke his serve, he really picked up the intensity and started playing a lot better. And to Nadal's credit, tried to hang with him, but when Srichaphan is hot, boy, is he hot.
He certainly is, isn't he? This boy here, who in the first game of the match, Pat, we saw him charge the net. He really was trying to be the ultimate grass court player, wasn't he? Charging the net, and each time he got to the net, he got passed by that forehand of Srichaphan's, and apparently, as you've just pointed out, he hasn't really learnt that lesson. When he does go to the net, he doesn't cover the forehand.
No, he doesn't. I mean, he's trying to come to the net. His volleys are quite competent. Obviously, he doesn't do it that often on the clay. Most clay courters do it almost to knock off the finish the point off, as you see his uncle there on the right, and on the left there, Carlos Costa. Remember, he used to play on the circuit. He retired a few years ago.
And no relation to Albert?
No relation, no. Just happened to be another Spaniard, very good Spaniard. And I'm not sure if he wasn't in the top 10 at one stage.
I think he was, yeah.
In the mid-90s.
Yeah, I think he was. Very good player. Very elegant.
Yeah, he's not a typically Spanish-looking player. No. It's a bit flatter.
So set, Nadal to serve.
Typical for an older Spanish player.
Nadal starting as he did the other 2 sets.
Low. 30 love.
Just didn't put enough topspin, enough height, enough air under that shot. Beautiful play, well done, well positioned.
(40-15).
Really skillful play. Just every now and then he really does unleash the most enormous bombs of a forehand. Tremendous timing he has. Not always, but when he gets it right, stand by. He hit that ball slightly too early and therefore too wide.
Advantage, Srichaphan.
Well, this is another of those games that he might well rue. From a winning position, break point.
Deuce. Advantage, Srichaphan.
Break point again, second time.
Deuce.
Oh, he's done well. Going to get a break early on in this third set. Real trouble.
Anticipated that and was on his way. So he's beginning to learn the pattern of the play. They hadn't met before, no head-to-heads.
I mean, any shot but that, really. I mean, he could have pounded the back end in the line, sliced it down the line, slice it down the line and come in, hit the ball down the, heavy down the line and come in. Any option, except for this one that's just not working.
Yep.
On a big point. Put the pressure on the young guy to come up with the goods. Well, he's putting some effort into these shots, isn't he, Srichaphan? And that's, if you can hit a drop volley, that position is a lot easier than, even though it is a stretched, lunging shot, it's a lot easier from that position behind the baseline.
Just missed.
Advantage, Srichaphan.
Another break point, third time, break point, first game. This is absolutely key game for Nadal. He was broken in the first game of the match.
Let's see if Srichaphan can do something solid, tough. Make Nadal come up with the goods to win the point. Nadal did. He made the tough half volley. He's just about beaten here. But moving across, Srichaphan just pushed that a little bit. Rolled it instead of hitting it. Scooped it up too high.
Nadal.
Finally, game point. His problem throughout the match has been he can get no cheap points on serve. He's had one ace in the entire match. No cheap points.
Nadal.
Rafael Nadal. Sheer guts got him through that game.
First game, third set.
And here comes some tough shots. Solid play. I often talk about the evolution of the game of tennis, and over the years a new shot has developed. The open stance backhand. Well, here we go, watch this shot. See, Srichaphan is off the other foot. Watch this way they throw themselves around, spinning around in circles. And they're swinging so hard with the right arm that it literally pulls them around to be facing almost completely behind. Shot the open stance backhand. It never used to be hit because it used to have plenty of time.
15.
And these days the guys hit the ball so hard that just to stick the foot out that's that really is the nearest to where the ball is going. You don't have time to get your leg across a lot of the time. It's very common in the girls' game, but not so common in the men. It's getting
15.
The open stance also means that you can get back into position in the centre of the court much quicker.
Absolutely, that's right. You don't have to get your legs uncrossed and then push back again.
15-7.
I think one of the prime examples of the open stance backhand has been Venus Williams. I mean, she is really, with the feet really quite well apart and totally open stance. And a fantastic shot.
Doesn't seem to cover the court as well. Not quite as big as the guys, so tend to develop that.
Yeah, too simple.
Well, a couple of mistakes again, but
30.
he's just playing well enough under pressure. There's not very much difference between these two players, despite experience and ranking. It's just Srichaphan ends up coming up with good shots at this time.
Yep.
That one. Great serve. Forcing the short forehand.
14-7.
It's hit at 88 miles an hour, we've been told. Hawkeye.
Game, Srichaphan.
Srichaphan wheels around as a shot. Couldn't believe
One
it.
game over.
Certainly we could see, he saw chalk where I think most of us could see a puff from the line. Nadal's not all that happy about it.
Wow.
Oh, that was close. Might have just caught maybe half in, half out, but that's still in.
Good lead, good judgment.
Low 15.
Not easy moving forward to judge it that well. Drop.
15.
It requires very, very clever and soft hands. And that's beautiful as well.
30-15.
Well, in this case, it's all about the approach shot. Just a nice angle, put away volley. But the approach shot setting up. Easy shot.
When you consider that, Pat, everything Nadal is doing is alien really to what he's been brought up on clay and the sort of play he produces there. He really is astonishing.
$48.
102 miles an hour.
He served a few out there. His least favourite serve. In the high part of the net.
Oh, it's just fantastic. The angles got better and better, and he takes a 2-1 lead, third set.
Nadal leads by 2-1. Third set. Srichaphan leads by 2-1.
Well, we're seeing some, we really are seeing some beautiful grass court tennis here, played by a young man of 17, just 17, who was hardly had any experience on grass, really. I know he played in the juniors last year, and he did well in the juniors, some of them. Edberg, Borg, Cash, you won the... He really does have the fiercest, most potent and most accurate forehand when he wants. Oh, he was taking that, and he may not have taken it, I think.
That's first. 40-15.
A little bit of a surprise for Nadal. Didn't expect it.
Game, Srichaphan. Two games all.
And he's suffering from these fast first serves all the way through this match. In fact, Srichapan's average first serve speed has been faster than the fastest ever of Nadal. 114 average for Srichaphan, 113 maximum for Nadal. So there's a massive difference in the serve.
It's about almost a quarter of a second. Makes you wonder why he doesn't come forward more often. Look at that. That's a perfect volley. It's just got fantastic hands. Didn't need to do any more than that.
Just a little bit too much wrist in that floppy. Too bad. It's life.
You're rough. Too bad, that's live.
And one thing about this match is being played in a very, very sporting spirit.
Let's first.
those enormous shots was really something else.
It's just incredible. The crowd was starting to laugh. I just could not believe the pace of the ball has been hit.
There was flames coming off it as it went over.
Both players taking their time, sucking in a bit of air.
Srichaphan.
Look at this. I mean, seeing the goal, the hole, the gap, whatever you want to call it. Forehand winners. Look at that. 23 forehand winners.
And somehow it seems like it. I mean, he's just lashing those forehands over time and time again. Yeah, well played. Semi-smash, semi-high volley.
Yes.
Very adaptable.
Advantage.
Not much.
Srichaphan.
Well, how long can he hold on? 3 break points in the first game of this set.
Another one here.
Oh,
Yes.
I just wonder who's getting more tired of these two. They don't appear to be. I mean, Srichaphan is, what, 24 years old. And Nadal, as we say, consistently is 17 in a few days.
well, you'd think that Srichaphan had the better endurance. So it didn't look like he was carrying too much weight.
Yeah. Beautiful shot. Lovely style. Right down there with the ball.
Advantage. Srichaphan.
Just a bit too safe on that volley. It was a tough return. So you want to make sure that he got it back, but it was just sitting there for Srichaphan. Another break point for Srichaphan. Good serve. Fastest serve of the day.
Yeah.
He needed it.
He certainly did. 115. That hoists it 2 miles an hour faster.
Say Nadal, and I was
Srichaphan.
waiting for that stupid drop shot that he's been hitting. And look where Nadal was going. He was heading straight there for that drop shot. And that's the play. Make Nadal have to dive and hit the best shot he can to save another break point. But no, he didn't. And there is another break point. Much too casually the whole day.
Yes.
Just way too casually. Just sort of flicked it and rolled on.
Wasn't that an incredible drop shot from well back? Wonderful timing.
Advantage. Srichaphan.
I tell you what, Srichaphan is very lucky to be getting these opportunities again.
Certainly is, yeah.
reckon with that. 4 out of 13.
Srichaphan, new one's bliss. Srichaphan leads by 3 games to 2. Third set by 2 sets to love.
Another plethora of forehand winners and a couple of forehand mistakes from Nadal. Has handed a break to Srichaphan. And let's have a look where Nadal is serving. 2 red dots out on the right-hand side of the aces. And the majority of the serves are going to the backhand side. And is there any wonder? There's a few down the middle there on the left-hand side, a few yellows, first serves down the middle. But not that many. They're all going to the backhand. Not surprising, really. How many did I say? How many forehand winners is he at? 25? Maybe 26 now, I think, or something.
I think he learned that lesson fairly early in the match, didn't he? That serving to the backhand, he was likely to get a backhand error from Srichaphan.
Yeah, just continue doing it. It's amazing how Srichaphan can be so tentative on the serves, the returns, but yet in the middle of the rally, he is just unbelievably aggressive.
He certainly is. When you think, Pat, what Nadal has done already at the age of 16, I mean, earlier this year in Monte Carlo, he beat Albert Costa, the French Open champion. He beat him on clay. That's unreal. He then went to Hamburg and he beat the man who's offered him so much help, Carlos Moya, who a former #1 in the world, and he beat him in straight sets. And he did not celebrate after that because he found it slightly embarrassing because Moya has helped him so much. And so that shows a very nice spirit in the boy, I think, as well.
Speaking of which, I think there's so little respect for the opponent after the matches these days. These guys are going around kissing to the crowd, waving to the crowd.
Yeah.
Very little respect for their opposition they've just beaten. Anyway, it's my personal opinion. I was always too embarrassed to do that. But the only time I ever did that was when I won the Davis Cup and won Wimbledon. Other than that, show respect to the opponent.
Absolutely.
15 love.
I think Andre started that, didn't he? By kissing, by blowing kisses to the crowd.
Yeah.
Ah, that's Hollywood.
Well, Srichaphan does the same sort of thing. If he wins this match, you'll see him doing that. In fact, sort of praying to the crowd.
Yeah, he bows to the crowd. I think that's a form of respect, I think, to the crowd.
Well, you certainly get the respect from Nadal.
30 love.
And I hope he maintains that throughout his career, because he is a special talent.
I always tell my kids, don't be bad losers and don't be bad winners. Rub it in.
40 love.
Good serving. It's just what you need after a brutal game. And it looks like Nadal is pretty much exhausted down there. He needs to get a breath of fresh air and hopefully get an easy service game.
Unbelievable. 3 shots. Fantastic volley. Reflex volley by Srichaphan.
40-15. Game, Srichaphan. Srichaphan leads by 4 games to 2.
We've seen time and time again this match, Srichaphan getting into a commanding lead and then taking the foot off the gas. After having broken Nadal's serve, held easily, this would be the time to keep pressing. Get a double break up. Finish the match, get off court. Hour and 51 minutes at the moment. It's been brutal. After 2 5-set matches, I don't think he'd want to be spending any more time out there.
Absolutely.
Try and get a break right now. Oh, that helps.
Love 15.
Yeah, he's had the toughest possible introduction into the 3rd round, Srichaphan. First of all, winning the first two sets, then losing the next 2 sets, then winning the final set, and then his last match when he lost the first 2 sets and then had to win the next 3. missing. He's missing by a whisker.
There's no grunt in that shot.
No.
You notice that?
He's too tired to grunt, I think, probably. Yeah,
that's when you play that little dink shot across the court and the ball is high enough.
Low 40.
He's tried to play it a couple of times when he's been running forward and scraping the ball off the ground. So 3 break points for a double break. And I'd have to say the end of the match.
Srichaphan.
There is the double break. And a heavy curtain, I think, has descended on his prospects.
Srichaphan leads by 5 games to 2. Third set by 2 sets to 0.
Well, Pat, it looks as though the end is nigh, probably. You can't always say, but I must say, when I saw the matchup of these two guys, I thought we're going to see something special here, and I think we have.
So we've certainly seen an array of ground strokes that is been second to none as far as power is concerned. We've seen certainly a future of tennis. Rafael Nadal, we're going to see a lot of him over the years. Great experience, his first ever Grand Slam through to the 3rd round, and just really been blasted away by somebody who Srichaphan, who hits the ball as hard as anybody, harder than anybody. I'd have to say that forehand is just absolutely, it's just brutal. I don't know another word to call it. It's incredibly damaging. He was hot and cold, but
Time.
certainly for midway through the 2nd set to this position now, he hasn't missed many at all. Turned the game around from being 3-2 down. Oh, I can't work the math out, but he's won about 8 of the last 10 games.
Just listen to this for this young man from Spain, from Mallorca. The crowd, I think, here on number 1 court can say a star is born here on grass.
15.
Everything's going right now. Maybe it's taking him 2 5-set matches and this brutal 3-set match to knock him into form.
30 left.
121 miles per hour. He really has managed to maintain ferocious serving throughout the match. Good clean pass.
30-15.
Well, he faces now a couple of match points. But he can look back with pride, I think. A great deal of pride, Nadal, and what he's achieved. And that's a
Game, third match. Srichaphan 6-4, 6-4, 6-2.
special smile up to his box there with his family. There is the red flag.
Good shit.
When the red goes up, I'm a winner. And the Thai flag comes out as well.
Well, I tell you what, he'd be very relieved. You can see the relief he had by getting through that match. He knew that was a tough match. He had 2 tough 5-set matches. He's got away with just under 2 hours of very, very intense tennis. No autograph signing. He's going for a rest. Well, maybe he's getting an autograph. No, forget about it. Hey, wait a minute. I've got Andy Roddick next round. I'm going to get in and rest, get some food.